Guys, what's going on? Somebody del Piso back once again with yet another video. Of course, this one is going to be very, very special. Not just because it's New Year's, right? It's the first day of the new year. Happy New Year 2025 and all. But of course, this is going to be the first Piso's Perceptions of the new year. So you already know what we're going to do in this Piso's Perception session. We're going to talk about a whole bunch of things. Employment, including, I mean, at this point, it's become like some sort of running joke, right? So I mean, we got to keep mentioning, right? So employment, the semen retention practice, interpersonal, intimate relationships, our point of view on things, whichever. So we're going to get right into today's Piso's Perceptions, the Piso, right? Let's get right into it. So what the heck is going on with my life now? I think that, currently, let me just talk about where we're at currently. We are in Cobble Hill. It's some neighborhood in Brooklyn somewhere. For the New Yorkers that know the neighborhoods in New York, we sort of know what kind of people are generally around here. Not the most friendly, not the most communicative, and definitely the most assuming, right? You know, close to Park Slope, you know, my neighborhood, Prospect Heights, and so on and so forth. But anyway, we're here today, and we're just gonna get into what's been going on last month and what's gonna happen this month, at least my plans for this month. Let's start with employment, shall we? Let's talk about employment. So employment hasn't been, of course, the best. It's so funny, I think life moves in cycles. This is what I've learned. I mean, I've known this, right? To some degree, not as like some sort of platitude that Virgil talked about or any of those philosophers spoke about. Seriously, life moves in cycles. It's so interesting. A lot of them are recurring. They're like perpetual paradigms of behaviors and actions that happen over and over and over again. And of course, we mature to some degree, and then we're still dealt with the same issue. Like last year, I think I was presented with the same issues like this year. We are unemployed again, man. This is insane. We had a really good job in the last 6 months, or something like that, from June to November or December. We were working like this really solid office job for the city. Things were moving up, retirement accounts going cha-ching, right? Everything is going up. The thing is that like I predicted when I got the job or when I was in the interview stages, when a variable lies around a system for too long, right, that the quality of that variable is going to start to leak into that system, and then it's going to affect the constituents of that system, which is what basically happened in my case. I was the malicious variable that affected the system, and eventually they caught wind, and then they just proceeded to remove me. I was really just doing my thing. There's no history of insubordination on my case, no write-ups whatsoever. Just a high level of curiosity for the tasks that I was doing, not to the point where I was sort of annoying the manager or my boss, or even the director of HR. I was just curious, and I was just interested on doing the most efficient work ever. That wasn't good enough, right? So I was proceeded to get removed, from the job. I think, listen, what this whole termination sort of taught me, like I've been saying in the beginning of this channel, no matter what you are, right? No matter what you dress like, no matter how you speak, no matter what alma maters you've been through, no matter what the history of philanthropic services, right? If they don't like your energy, they just don't like your energy. You're gonna get kicked out of the system. It doesn't matter whether it could be for work, it could be for social groups, it could be for anything in life that involves a whole congregation of individuals that can be manipulated and conditioned to some certain degree. So that's what it is. I was not surprised that it happened. In fact, I'm a bit more impressed at my clairvoyance in the matter, because I predicted that this would happen. I figured actually when I was first in the hiring stages, I thought that either they were going to find out about my YouTube channel and give me an ultimatum. Okay, this guy's talking about uplifting men. This is not good. We don't like him. Either you're gonna have to cancel your YouTube channel or cancel work. I thought that was gonna happen, but I was a little clandestine with who I shared, or a little covert about who I shared the details of my channel with, and it still happened. So there's really nothing you can do. I think that maybe, it's so funny too, that I heard a lot of other people in this semen retention space having similar results. We got, I'm gonna shout you out, Cascadian Stirrup. I know you lost your ADP job recently. Jay Speaks, one of my favorite dudes on the channel. He's been a supporter for the longest. This guy lost his job too. And we have a whole bunch of other people. I think two other people I know also lost their jobs around the same time I lost my job. So listen, we got to look at the commonality here. What is the common thread? It's because you're listening to Somer Piso, this crazy individual, this rogue unit, yelling about the ascension of men through celibacy. When you do that, remember, you are gathering a lot of energy in your vessel, right? This has not been done before in history because there are a lot more men doing this kind of stuff, right? I mean, you know, relative to how much it was practiced in history, there's going to be a lot of opposition. There's going to be a lot of turmoil. This is just what it is. I think just don't give up. Honestly, we're not giving up. We're not going to go quietly into the night. We're going to keep yelling semen retention. We're going to keep yelling bettering of the self-help for men, powerful, optimal mental health for men. For all souls, of course, but we're down bad as of recent. So I'm talking to us, us guys. Employment is going rather well, where I just don't have it. That's what's going on, man. Anyway, let's go on to the status of our interpersonal, intimate relationships, right? What has been going on? So, my intimate relationships, of course, non-existent. Interpersonal, we have some scattered here and there. I was telling you guys that I recently kicked to the curb two people from my life. We had someone that was occupying the live streams. It seemed like, she had a Trojan horse. She moved like a Trojan horse, right? As like, oh, it's all for peace and all this and that. But in reality, she was just very, very manipulative and controlling. And I just don't want to have to deal with that. What the hell? Like, we as men, as individuals, you should not have to deal with an oppressive regime unless you're living in North Korea or something like that. Like we're free now for the most part, right? Whether we are free mentally, spiritually, and financially and economically, that's another topic for another video. That's another situation. But for the most part, guys, we're generally free. We don't have to submit to some sort of oppressive regime, so to speak, broadcasted by some women in your life because they just need your affirmation, or they just want to be in proximity to you for some sort of affirmation of what they're doing in life. Bro, guys, stop doing that. I kicked her to the curb. Then we got someone else in the gym bothering the hell out of me. She never supported the channel. And I'm not looking for some fireworks or some sort of banner saying Somer del Piso for the next popular YouTuber. I ain't looking for that. But don't put down the channel. She, when I used to live stream in the gyms, before I got hired, to work for Queens. I'm talking about the gym. I know her from this Brooklyn gym. She was just like, why are you doing that? No one's watching you anyway. You shouldn't be promoting yourself on the channel. And I'm just like, are you on my team? Like, you know what I mean? I don't need this vitriol. I do not need this obloquy. Look those words up, lads. Semen retention helps me with my vocabulary. Anyway, but that's what happened. So I just realized, I had a click that I just don't have to accept anything that I just generally don't agree with. Naturally, of course, before you make these jumps, these kicking to the curbs, you have to objectively look at the situation. What do they lend to your life? Not necessarily in a physical, monetary sense, but seriously, are they supportive? Are they nice? Are they friendly? Are they, not necessarily backstabbing? If so, maybe they're just giving you tough love, but she wasn't like that. She expected so much. It's just like the general sentiment of a lot of people that live here in the West, right? In the United States. I think this is generally a person thing, right? People are just generally like this. So it doesn't necessarily need to be local to Western places. But anyway, I kicked her to the curb too. My interpersonal relationships, in some nation, are going extremely well. I think that I've sort of learned that I, in fact, hold the triregnum on top of my head, and I have in my hand the scepter and the Excalibur. I don't need to accept nothing that I don't like, right? That's interpersonal. Intimate relationships doesn't exist. Obviously, it's a obstacle to true enlightenment, right? If you guys know, it's a modern world. We have fashion blogs now. We have a whole bunch of apps that break down the vitamin and the calorie count of foods, right? We are in a very innovative society. Maybe celibacy can and is outdated, but of course, a lot of us, due to our personal anecdotal anecdotes, experiences, have realized that this is a very powerful route. You understand a lot more, you learn a lot more about yourself, you become stronger. If you are a gym goer like me, you notice that your PRs go up very, very quickly, your muscle all the good stuff that celibacy brings, right? So with that, why would you turn to someone whose impetus to grow and develop doesn't exist, at least not on a spiritual level? Everyone wants to obtain wealth, right? But wealth is cool. Of course, you need it to live in this world. Naturally, people get a little too greedy and they want to start showing off their wealth to other people in some hopes of substituting for some lack of personality to some degree. I don't know. Everyone's chasing wealth. That's nothing. It doesn't do anything for the spirit. You actually don't grow at all. Why would you try to pair yourself with someone that's not necessarily looking to ascend? I don't know. So anyway, that's how I'm looking at intimacy. Sombra is single as per usual. We've always been single. Then we were single when we started the channel. We're going to be single at the end of the days, right? We're going to be single. And of course, we are going to be unemployed until the end of days, right? So that's what's going on. Interpersonal, intimate relationships are actually quite lovely. Let's talk about semen retention. If you guys don't know, I had a relapse a month ago. Before that, I was celibate for an entire year and a month. The things that I was understanding were unreal. My gym situation was solid. The way that I communicated with individuals, the effects that I had, they were all existent. They were all incredibly powerful and amplified. What happened, of course, if you want to actually know what happened, I have the video on my members only page. Become a Shadow Collective member and you will have access to that video. You get to check it out. Not the step by step, but the chapter by chapter events that occurred that led to my relapse. Because I think it'll give you guys some insight. Anyway, since that relapse, we've been celibate for a month. We back on it. We're solid. I'm feeling good. The gym is great. My skin, not dehydrated. My eyes are brilliant. I'm feeling good. Honestly, I'm feeling very, very good. I don't have any knee issues. I don't have any back issues. I don't have any neck problems. I do not have any joint issues, no brain fog. I'm feeling so powerful. And I'm just saying, I want to just communicate to you guys, like I've been communicating for all my Piso perceptions, is that semen retention works. Celibacy works. Follow it to the very end. Of course, my sort of rhetoric on the whole thing changed a lot since the relapse. I'm not gonna lie. Before, I was a little bit overzealous, right, about pushing the whole leaving the modern world behind, don't get married, don't get into relationships, all that kind of stuff. For the sake of losing your footing and acceleration and velocity on this long path of ascension, right? I was saying that, but things have changed. I realized that life is still black and white. Listen, if you relapse on semen retention, you're going to feel the deficit. That is a fact, 100%. I'm saying that you are free, however, as an individual to live your life. I have a voice of assurance. I have a voice of some sort of perception of authority on the matter, of course, of semen retention. But I'm telling you this, live your own life, explore your own boundaries, try to figure out what's comfortable for you. Listen, if you see someone that you like, right? If you see a girl that you like, don't let my words echo in your mind, trying to cast you into the flames as some sort of heathen for chasing after your biological imperative for a minute. We are human after all. For Raja the King, because I remember he said on my video when I was talking about my relapse that, I'm trying to promote talking to women. No, I'm not saying this. I'm saying you are an individual. You are free to do whatever you like. And I want you guys to be free. Be free. Don't be contained by what this world is telling you about anything. But you have to understand, but as an individual, you are bound by the objective law, which are consequences to your actions. If there is no such thing as the demiurge, if there is no such thing as Yahweh, there is a such thing as Isaac Newton's explanation of cause and effect, right? So be careful of that, and then you're gonna be okay, right? For the most part. Just consider that in mind. Please, I beg you. At least this is how I do it. But I'm still on semen retention solid. We've been doing it for a month. I've been feeling good. Energy is up. Excitement is up. Enthusiasm is up. I ain't afraid of nothing. That's just generally it. I want you guys to be powerful. I want you guys to be strong men. That's really all I want from you guys. Seriously, I just want us all to win. I want us all to not be locked down by these ideas of who you're supposed to be in this world. I want you guys to break through it. Break through it. destroy it all. What did Kylo Ren say? Adam Driver, Star Wars Episode 8? Destroy everything. Well, he was saying, he was referring to your past, because he was like, people shouldn't be locked down by their past. They should try to be whoever they feel like being, which I agree. Adam Driver is a solid dude. Kylo Ren was even a much more solid character. He's just, albeit in a horrible ecosystem, which is the new trilogy of Star Wars. That's a discussion for another video. I want you guys to burn down all tradition, destroy everything that you were told that keeps you in place, and try to grow, shine brightly, shine brighter. So that's my feedback on semen retention. Let us talk about my mental health. Right? How is Sombra del Piso's mental health? It's been solid, man. I mean, for the most part, I've been living my life, really. I've just been trying to find work. But it's like, guys, I already know how this works. I'm going to tell you, what I should have included this in the employment segment, but I already know how employment works. Like I've been saying this for years. I graduated from college 2015, and I did some graduate studies, graduate classes after that for a little while. I got a couple things in my belt, right? In terms of certifications and whatnot. And then of course I chased the tech certificate a couple of years later as a hope to jump on the remote work wave to get the heck out of the West. I'm gonna tell you this, it doesn't matter how many certifications you have, it doesn't matter how many degrees you have, it doesn't matter how many people you know. If these individuals do not like your energy, you are not gonna be invited in the club. I'm telling you this right now. I've been applying for work since the year before I graduated from college. You know, I applied for internships, I applied for anything. They did not accept me into their institutions. I did this for years post-college graduation. I did this for years. From 2014 to now, was it 2025 now? Oh snap, Happy New Year, baby. I've probably sent out thousands upon thousands of resumes, all curated to all of the positions that I was interested in at the respective times. I must have networked with a whole myriad of individuals, all to no avail. I got accepted into the institution, right? The wonderful, flowery, velvet-lined rooms of perceived success. And I was kicked out promptly because they felt that my energy was one of a rebellious nature. Even though, you know, I dressed like them, I spoke like them. I didn't, like, broadcast any pheromones of threatening behavior. I was just really trying to assimilate. I really was. The thing is, like I said, if they don't like your energy, they don't like your energy. So with that being said, experiences like this that happen sustainably over a long period of time is enough to erode the willpower of any individual. I understand. And it might make you do things like, what's his name? The Dylan Roof or somebody, or the World War II painter. I feel that. I understand that. What I'm telling you is this: self-control is everything. You must control yourself. You must transmute that energy. You must do something powerful for yourself. Try to increase your understanding, your self-understanding. Try to increase your understanding of the world, right? Ask questions. Be rejected from institutions. As long as you go into these institutions and you ask questions, don't be afraid. A lot of people in life follow the rules, right? They follow what was broadcasted to them about the rite of passage. You have to be with this type of person, you have to complete these types of certifications, and then you have to get this type of habitation, and then you're gonna have these types of friends, and then your life is gonna be beautiful. And then, of course, you judge everyone that seemingly does not have those things, right? But understand that this world was created by the rogue ones. This world was created by the black sheep, the dark horses, the Sombra del Pisos. But so you got to understand that if you are rejected by the world, it's great. That's a good thing. Seriously, it really is. Don't try to be a heretic and you're purposefully disagreeing with everything that the world has to tell you. There's logic in this place. It's run the way it's been run for a while because some things work. But I'm telling you this, that you have to understand who you are as an individual. I am a big proponent of the personality being far more powerful than any effect that the environment can have on that personality. Nature versus nurture. Whoever you are, let that thing shine no matter how many people hate you, man. So I guess that is reflective upon my explanation here of my mental health that has been doing pretty well this entire December. It's been good. It's been good. I've been out and about. I've been going to the gym. meeting some people, some solid people. Anyway, let's carry forth, shall we? Let's talk about the plans for the channel, the future plans for the channel. Let's talk about what happened last year to this year, right? I was a poor wee lad, of course, with a lot of the strong sentiments about society and existence, as much as I have today. I was starting up on YouTube. Last year was my, you know, was the first couple months of last year. The last couple months of last year was the beginning of my tenure here as a content creator on YouTube. I was very, very excited about having 200 subscribers. I was smiling. I had a French accent saying like, "Oh, I do not kick soccer balls," like stuff like that. Now, we have close to 4,000 subscribers. I think we're a couple subscribers off from 4,000. If who I am was rejected by society, but yet accepted by a couple, 3,900 people online, right? What does that say? I think that I've been much more of a proctor, much more of a teacher, reassuring brother type figure to a lot of individuals. So much, in fact, that we are close to 4,000 subscribers. Not only that, last year, membership programs wasn't even in the picture. Now, Sombra del Piso, yours truly, has started the Shadow Collective. We have 86 members in the Shadow Collective, and it's only gonna grow from there. Also, we have done, if you guys choose to become a member, you are gonna have access to a lot of special exclusive interviews that I do with a lot of the various unique souls here in New York. I need to interview a couple more regular people just so I could get their point of view, see like how they think, why they think that way, and what are their pillars of personality that keep them continuing those interesting behaviors in order for them to remain living here, right? I need to do more of that. But we've been doing that a lot anyway. We've learned so many things. We've been interviewing people about fashion. We've been interviewing people about Gen Z and their proclivities towards social media. We've been interviewing people, this producer that talks about how semen retention helped with his career. And it's not gonna stop, guys. It's not gonna stop. So I think plans for the channel, we have a lot of things going on. This is the new year. I like to travel. I don't know if you guys know that, right? I've been talking about it for a while. I lived in Colombia 3 months. I lived in London, right? I've been to France, all over France. Paris, Lyon, Bordeaux, Saint-Tropez, Saint-Maxime, Nice. I went to the Swiss Alps, Genève, Bonneville, Annecy. I've also been to Germany. I've also been to Portugal. I've been to Australia. I've been a lot of places, right? And of course, I've been to La Ciudad de Mexico. I've traveled a lot, and of course, I'm not finished. We have a lot more places to explore. We have a lot more places to travel. We have a lot more people to meet. This year, I plan to do some trips with the channel. We're gonna do some live streaming on the other side. We're gonna do some recording. I am very, very excited about this year, honestly. I think that this year, even though like, you know, a change could occur in the next day, isolate of if it's the next day of the new day of the next year. I feel very, very confident about this year. I feel very, very confident about this year. I think things are gonna change. And I'm very, very excited about that. So get ready. We're gonna do more interviews. We're gonna do more traveling. We are also going to not change up the content, but I wanna show you guys a different perspective of things, you know? I also realized that there's an excerpt on the channel that I used to do, a series that I used to do a lot that I haven't done in a really long time. Peruse the news. You know that on my live streams, guys, the people that follow me on my live streams, the community, the Shadow Collective and all, you know that I'm always yelling about things in general. I'm always talking about the news. I'm always talking about how bad the United States is and how bad the Western cultures are in terms of just social behavior, not necessarily finances, because here you can make more money than anywhere else in the world, for the most part, right? The entrepreneur spirit is strong and burning very, very strongly here, more than anywhere else in the world. I'll admit that. The thing is, like I said, I like to read just to know things, you know, about current events and whatnot, but it also is to affirm my stance on the United States. This place is not the best for social interaction. It's not the best for social behavior. They're incredibly divisive. So even over the smallest things, God forbid you like green tea soy milk instead of cow milk in your latte, you're not going to be invited to the bachelor party. Anyway, I'm going to go back on Piso's, the Peruse the News. We're gonna do a lot more of those videos, you know, in this coming year because I like reading the news. The news is really nice. What else, man? This Piso's Perception has gone on for a really long time. I guess I'm just gonna wrap up the video with this. I want you guys to be free. Ultimately, the reason why I birthed this channel, I guess I could talk about resolutions too, so I'm gonna circle back to that. But I'm gonna talk to you guys about this. I birthed this channel because it was almost as if it was a cry for desperation. I realized that a lot of the ideas that I had in general, just about life, my philosophies, my beliefs, my ideas, my raison d'etre, what drives me, I try to communicate these to other individuals of all walks of life. It doesn't matter if they were from Africa, it doesn't matter if they were from Asia, it doesn't matter if they were from Norway. They were not receptive to what I had to say. And I realized something very, very important. I realized that people are not NPCs. I don't care what you guys are saying. I do still have hope for humanity. I do. I just realized though that a lot of humanity is conditioned the same way. And I wanted to know if there were actually souls out there that understood what I had to say. So I created the channel. This has become very, very liberating for me. It granted me my wings, almost. I really appreciate the channel. I really appreciate what YouTube has done for me. That's serious, I'm not gonna lie. For the rest of you guys, man, that doesn't know what to do with themselves, like we're confused day by day, and you guys are genuinely trying to improve your lives, I'm gonna tell you this. Do not care about what the public is doing, or don't care about what they have to say about anything that you're doing, or don't care about what people have to say about you. Don't care about criticisms. Don't care about any of that stuff. I want you guys to shine. Do whatever it is that brings you joy. Do whatever it is that brings you happiness, right? Of course, do it in a very, very disciplined manner, but don't get brought down by the people and the things of this world. Please, if that's one thing I want to impart or implore that you guys do and believe, is that do not let this world get you down. Seriously, this world is really, the majority of the people in this world, no matter what kind of accolades they have or what kind of physical rewards or goods they have, they are mostly followers of nature. They do not have a rebellious bone amongst them. Seriously, no joke. I want you guys to tap into your natures, your burning spirits, your fiery natures, and let it shine bright. Become powerful, become strong, become disciplined. And there you will find your truth. And there, that is going to be the end of this month's Piso's Perception, the Piso, right? Don't ever let this place get you down. I already gave you guys the little synopsis, right, of why I don't think that you should let this world get you down. We know this. We're smart young men. We know where we go. Sometimes we're just not going to be wanted. We know that some of the thoughts that we have, isolate of whatever you are, whatever your racial background, your religious background, your scholastic background, it's fine. You are a rebel in nature. You have a fiery spirit. Let it burn and destroy everything. We need more pioneers. We need more powerful souls in this day and age. And in the precipice, right? Well, in the, what's a good word? In the beginning of this year, 2025, right? I want you guys, as if you guys are a little confused for a personal resolution, I want you guys to leave with this. Be brave spirits. Be confident spirits. Do not seek affirmation from the people around you. I want you guys to obtain that objective vision of trying to understand who in your midst are followers and who are not. Like followers as in like they like to follow doctrine. They parrot policies and politics that are against their self-interest. Try to identify these things. And when you notice those negative behaviors, separate yourselves and be true, be real. That is, at least that's what I believe, right? That's what I think. Shine bright, shine brighter. Stay radiant. Don't ever let this place get you down, as I always say, and stay radiant always, my friends. Thank you so much. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video of the Piso's Perceptions. Woo!